Welcome back to the Voice of Metal, where we talk about all things metal. Sorry about that. I wasn't sure if I was going to be doing or getting things ready or going because the fact that not only is my computer screwed up on the OBS software and stuff, it also, sorry, I got something down here on the floor I didn't realize I had. Not only that, my computer's Chrome browser that I usually have some information on the screen for is not working quite as well as I thought. It's like every time I hit a button, it goes to the settings. Go figure. So I was resetting it, and I was thinking, oh, how am I going to do my list if I can't see it and I can't get to the list itself? So I thought, oh, my other phone. I could use my old phone for that. So, without further ado, by the way, I didn't do too bad at my poker match, just in case you did get the message before. And I might be doing it tomorrow and maybe next week. Possibly. We'll see because I want to kind of get in the game, get practicing, get going, get a kind of a rough feel of what I'm up against. Well, these guys are not professional, but so they might be a lot harder there than playing against average everyday people, I guess you could say. But there's going to be a lot of average everyday people there along with professionals. So with that said, it's hard to say if I'm going to do well or not. I didn't play a whole lot of hands, but I did actually gain some ground, and then eventually I lost because I thought I had a good hand. I thought I saw what was on the board, and I thought I'm just gonna go all in. I said the heck with it. Somebody else had a straight, and I didn't, so oh well. Anyway, so they beat me. I had like a king, no ace queen, no ace king in my hand, and there was a queen or king or ace on the board, whatever. I had a two pair, and I said, "Oh, well, then nobody can beat that." It's like, nah, didn't happen. Didn't happen. I think it could have been two pair. I don't know. Anyway, so oh well for that one. Just so you know, I got a shirt on that, which actually is going to be kind of part of my list already, which I just realized. We are going to Illinois for bands, where they have deep dish pizza and some other well known things from Illinois. Um, and it's rather interesting that um, some of these great bands here. Let me look and see what we got here. Okay. Well, excuse me. Number 20 is one of the not quite so well known bands, or more of underground, of course. We're going to start off with those and go from there. One called B Interface. They're from Chicago. I'm assuming it's B. It's like a code. I'm not sure if that's actually the title of the band or if that's some error in the message. Thrash metal band keeping the spirit of the genre alive, which is kind of cool. Let me hurry and set this up here a certain way so I can read it. Um, it's rather interesting. Number 19 is Whitechapel. They're from Knoxville, Tennessee, but assuming that some of them are from Illinois. It says, while not from Illinois, some members hail from the state. And this band is a major player in deathcore, which I was hoping that maybe I'd get an actual bands from different areas. It's kind of like the next one, number 18, is Death Angel. They're from San Francisco Bay Area, California, but another band with some Illinois members. Um, Death Angel is a force of thrash metal, and I'll tell you what, I definitely have liked Death Angel quite a bit. I like quite a bit of their stuff. So if you haven't checked them out, check them out. And speaking of which, I actually it's funny. Um, I was out and about, and I saw the gentleman that actually was in a local band here in Colorado again, and I got to talk to him a little bit. I'm hoping he got my message. Hello, whoever is live with me. I have a feeling this is the person that always likes to leave when I start noticing that they're watching, but that's okay. I don't mind. Just stick around. It's fine. I don't know who you are, so I don't see. There they go. Anyway, unless it's somebody different. Number 16 is Frontier. I hope I said that right. Chicago progressive metal band known for their complex song structure and soaring vocals. And just so you know, I did mention that um, I did have him on the list, and I did talk about the band. I didn't say anything about him being in my Colorado lineup for bands, so I need to maybe let him know that because I didn't think about that. But and I don't think I've gotten a message back from him yet, so we'll see. I might have to find another way of getting a hold of him. Anyway, sorry, getting off the beaten path here. Number 15 is Horde, Chicago black metal band delivering a raw, atmospheric sound heavily influenced by the genre's Norwegian roots, which is kind of interesting. Even this is supposed to be Illinois. Oh, Chicago, Illinois. Okay, that makes sense. Chicago. I wasn't thinking. Don't mind me. Anyway, number 14 is Venomant. I think is how you say it. Chicago from Chicago. Technical death metal band, respected for their brutal soundscapes and impressive musicianship. Rather interesting. And those are all the ones from the underground style, not quite so well known bands out there, um, which usually sometimes the underground ones and the smaller bands are even better than some of the big name bands. And like I said before, if you are in a band that's not quite so big and you want to talk to me, let me know because I'd like to. I think what I might do is when I ask questions, I'm going to start off with, what's your band name? What do you do in the band? Kind of get a retrospect and maybe one or two of the songs to kind of get an idea of what the song is about. Then we're going to get into more like, now, why is it that you're in metal? Who influenced you in metal? Um, what are your favorite colors or whatever other question pops up? That's kind of thing I'm hoping for, so we'll see. Number 12 is, oh, that's right, Local H was the one I just did. It's a rock band. Oh, wait a minute, is this the right one? I think I got that right. I don't know. Hmm. Anyway, I'll just go from number 12 from here. Local H is Wakinkin. I have no idea how you pronounce that. Punk rock band with a strong metal influence. So that's kind of interesting. So it's a metal influence, but punk rock style. So I'm assuming it's a metal punk rocker sounding, kind of punkish. Who knows? Number 11 is Necronism. I think is how you say it. From Chicago, black metal known for their raw and atmospheric sound. Might be actually quite nice. I forgot these were the diverse highlights or delights, as so you know they're kind of in between stuff. Soil work from Sweden. Oh, I guess I have read these. Okay, never mind. I'm sorry. I apologize. Soil work is basically from Sweden, but there's some people from members from Illinois, which is kind of interesting. The band is actually in Sweden and in Illinois. The people that are from there. So I'm wondering if the people from Illinois live still in Illinois or not, or I'm not sure how they get together. Maybe they practice and rehearse online. It's hard saying. That'd be kind of interesting to see, especially that far apart. Usually, it's in the United States. It's like from state to state, so that's kind of different. Number 9 is Pelican from Chicago. Is a post metal outfit known for their atmospheric soundscapes and instrumental compositions. 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 Anyway, moving on, the modern metal mayhem. Those are kind of the ones above that. Number 8 is Under Oath in Arlington, Texas. I guess while not from Illinois, some of the members still hail from the state, and the band is a significant force in metalcore and screamo. Okay, I've never heard of screamo before. I don't know if anybody has heard of screamo before, so let me know in the comments below if you have. That would be kind of interesting, kind of a little different. Who knows? Um, Number 7 is Asking Alexandria, and I have heard of them before. Apparently, they're from York, England, but another band who Some members are from Illinois, and Asking Alexandria is a major player in the metalcore scene, which is kind of interesting. It's a little bit different. Not quite dark. I thought they were dark. Well, maybe not. Who knows? Anyway, number six is the contourist, I guess you could say, in Indianapolis, Indiana, similar to the Born of Osiris. Some members come from Illinois, and this band pushes boundaries, and their dark, degent influence progressive metal band. Okay, that's different. Okay. Let's see here. Where are we at? Number five is Born of Osiris. This one, I think I've heard the name before, but I'm not certain if I know who they are. Just by the name, Worcestershire, Maryland. I don't know. While not from Illinois, some members originally are from there. The band is a force of progressive metalcore bands, so it'd be kind of interesting. Let's see here. We got here. I like this title of this band. This is from, I guess, the big bands. They're the Windy City Wreckers of metal in Illinois. Number four is Naked Ray Gun, which actually I like the name Naked Ray Gun. I mean, I'm not sure about Ray Gun being naked, but naked other things are great. Um, so they're from Chicago, the hardcore punk pioneers who influenced the metalcore scene. So these guys have been around for a while, sounds like, and apparently they're the ones that kind of got the hardcore punk to make it into a basically started or influenced the metalcore factor in music itself, which is kind of cool. Um, it's hard to say. I'll have to listen to that. A Naked Ray Gun. Anyway, Americans. Number three is American Head Charge from Illinois. Industrial metal innovators known for their unique blend of groove metal, industrial elements, and southern rock influences. Sometimes some of the southern rock is kind of really cool, because it has a certain sound to it. Um, the other one, number two, and I don't consider them metal per se, but apparently some people do, and their number two is Disturbed from Chicago. Modern metal juggernaut known for their aggressive sound and catchy hooks, and frontman David Drenham distinctive vocals, which they are pretty vocal. They're not quite so heavy, but they're not too bad. Um, One thing I can say is the next one's going to be awesome, which is this one. Number one is Obituary. They're not from. I know they're not from Illinois for sure. They're from Tampa Bay, Florida, but pioneer death metal bands through some members hail from Illinois, leaving their mark in the genre's history. And I will say this much: out of all the bands that I have learned about recently, and this isn't even from Discovery, this is actually from somebody that I know that's actually introduced me to the band. And if you've never heard of Obituary, you've never heard any of their songs, you need to have a look see. You got to check them out because I tell you what, they are definitely worth listening to. And one of my all time favorite, well, there's two all time favorites, 99 Ways to Die and Redneck Stomp is just all instrumental, but it is so cool. If they, I think they have another song that has some sound similar to that they do have vocals on. So I don't remember this song off the top of my head, so I apologize. But yeah, if you want to see them, and they are on tour. I forgot the name of the other bands they're going with. I know it's Cannibal Corpse, I believe, and like a Viking style band, which I don't know the name of, which I guess they are the opening act. Obituaries, like, well, they're opening for them, I should say, and they're not the main act. I'm sorry. I did see them a while back, and you probably saw my videos of them playing live. And it was a really awesome show. Went to with my son and a friend of mine, and We had a blast. It was really great. We didn't go down the main pit area because there was a lot of crazy people down there. Actually, usually I am down there with it, but I know my friend actually doesn't do that much of that anymore. He probably would have when he's younger, but hey, it is what it is. So, so check them out. Check out. Let me see what the name of it is if I can find it here. Sorry, on my other phone. Try and do this. It's what is this? Oh, I just had it. Tides of Technoro. See, somebody thought it was necromancy, and it's like no, it's technocracy. Ti- uh, Tides of technocracy. Technocracy is how you. I think that's how you pronounce it. Anyway, that is a local Colorado Springs band, and actually they're really good. He said there was a new album out, but I don't think I've seen it. It says this is 2001, 21. So I don't know if he's got it. He might, maybe it's on Spotify. So I'm gonna have to check that out and see if I can find it. So I should say, well, if it's on Spotify and not on YouTube, hey, add it to YouTube because I usually put playlists on YouTube for people to listen to, and if they ever want to listen to it on Spotify, they can just take the music that they have heard and add it to a playlist of their own. I'm thinking about trying to do that later on. I want to try to do that because I know a lot of people use Spotify more than they do YouTube Music. Um, I heard that they've gone up in price, I think, but I'm not certain. Or that's either I'm confusing with Netflix. Who knows? But yeah, check it out. Just so you know, Raven Black's new album it should be coming up fairly soon. I ordered this thing like sometime in November of last year, I believe. I'm not certain, somewhere that or October, but and it still isn't out yet. She's still got a couple singles out. Um, Little Leaks of Anger. There you go. That's a little sample for you. Oh, Underwater is another one that she has on there. You know what? I can't play too much of it because then I might get in trouble. But a short little sample of it kind of gives you an idea what it sounds like. It's really good. So if you and this is her, I think it's her White album. It's about some of a lot of it has to do with her father and passing and stuff like that, which I feel for her because I know how that feels because my dad passed away when he was 65. Which actually I do still think one certain individual that really I wasn't planning on. I wasn't like I was asking her to have a kind of a semi therapy session, but I do appreciate the gesture anyway. It was more or less I was just letting her know that I wouldn't be able to make the concert because of that because he wasn't well he was sick, and I wanted to go to the show in Colorado Springs, but it didn't happen. I ended up seeing it after he passed away in Greeley, Colorado, which kind of upsets me. One, because well, there's several reasons why. One, my dad passed away. Two, certain things happen which probably may or may not have happened based on certain things. I don't know. Because it was probably about that time that somebody was starting to do something with somebody else, and also that reminds me a long time ago before they even became famous. They were in a band. I spent 3 years trying to get to know who this person was, and just by chance, I found them, which is kind of crazy. So, what's the odds of that? Who knows? Um, and I didn't have to like the music either, but I did. And then I found out who they were, and then I found out who she was. It took a little while to figure this out because at first it didn't click. You know, she was a lot younger then. This is what probably 18, 19 years ago. Well, from now. It's probably longer. Yeah, because my son's around 20. He was about a year old or a little later. My ex left probably before he was even a year old. It was like October. Yeah, so 3 or 4 months after he was born, she left, and I think it was February of that next year. that I saw her commercial that she was on. It was rather interesting. So just saying. I probably will talk about this again, but I'm trying not to because I gotta move on with that. So I'm just saying, but I'm still looking. So just Clover, FYI, I'm still looking. I'm still looking. But if anybody else out there would like to flirt with me and get to know me, hey, you're more than welcome. Because I'm hoping to find somebody that actually is into metal. Because the fact that that was the first thing I said. I went to a speed dating thing. First thing I mentioned was I like metal music, but I do like other types of music. I think that eliminated a lot of the women in the crowd into the thing. If I kept my mouth shut, I probably would have more women interested in me. I'm assuming. I don't know if that was the kicker. It'd be kind of interesting to do the speed dating again without saying anything about metal music, just to see the difference. Um, because a lot of people just associate metal as music that's loud, obnoxious, and very heavy. And there's not, they're not all like that. I know like Raven, she doesn't sing real heavy. She does at times. Um, Stitched Apart is another one that's really good. Even the one that I have talked about on here before, they're from Denver. Um, Purge of the Heretics is a really good one. And the new one's actually a little heavier than some of their other stuff. But I love it. I was hoping they'd actually get an album out because I think that would help them. Kind of like the Tied to Technocracy, I think they do have one album. But they have another one out, apparently, he said. And then there's the other band that I don't remember the name of, which is a guy from a paint store here in town that told me about his music. Because I was mentioning, I don't know what got me started. I'm talking about. I think it was my shirt that I was wearing. I was trying to get paint when I was doing some painting. And he said, "Yeah, I got a metal band, so I got my own YouTube channel. Maybe I'll mention you on here," which I kind of have mentioned it before, but I don't remember the name of the band. It's a little hard to understand what it means or what it says. He said it means something that's a little bit more. Most people probably say is inappropriate, so I might have to PG it, but it's not vulgar sounding. I don't remember. It means something, but anyway. So I'll let you go. Thanks for watching. Take care, and hope to see you guys later on. Keep watching, keep subscribing, keep it liking, and let your friends and family know that like metal. Even if they don't like metal, try to convince them that metal is far more than just noise. It has an important message on a lot of songs, and that's what I do. I listen to all the actual lyrics as much as I can. That's the other thing. Asking questions. That's what I'd like to know. What is it about this song that you think says this, that, or other? What's your why did you write the song and what's the story behind the song, I guess, to find out. So you guys know, I know, and then everybody else knows, right? Um, like I said, headbang, like, and subscribe. Take care. Have a good night, and hopefully I'll get this computer thing figured out. It's something to do with drivers. That's all I know. And I just still cannot figure it out, and it's really getting irritating because I don't want to do it on my phone all the time. So thanks for watching again. Appreciate it. Don't forget, please, please, please do both. Watch the videos too because that does help me a lot. I do know that the hours people watch, it does add up on that as well. One or the other. So take care. Bye.